want to welcome all of you to what some people are scratching their heads saying, why would everybody get excited about a miniature golf course? But for us, it's really a big deal, and we appreciate your being down here to enjoy the opening with us today. Let me give a little perspective on this project for you. So this as many of you of a certain age remember, was the former summer stage for the Kahunaville, where you drank too much and watched the Moody Blues. But when they left, it wasn't very pretty. And so, you know, it was that stretch, that was a stretch along the Riverwalk that really kind of hurt your eyes a little bit. And we were always thinking, what could we do to improve the appearance of this stretch of the Riverwalk? And so, so what's the first job is we want to clean up what's there. The second job, and we're always thinking this way, is what can we do to attract people to come down here to the Wilmington Riverfront? And Megan talked to me, Megan McGlinchey, she's like Michelle Rollins, Michelle, Megan, everybody knows who she is. You don't have to use the last name. But Megan would say to me, or now it's Ellen, you just say Ellen, everybody knows who you're talking about. So she would always say, you have to go up to Philadelphia. They have this great little miniature golf course up there with a Shake Shack and everything else, so we have to do that. So we put it off, and then one day we just got inspired that that's what we were going to try to do. So what we want to do is attract people down here, and we put up a little skating rink, as many of you know, over the winter, and in a very short season that was subject to unbelievably cold weather where nobody could leave the house. We had over 18,000 people come down and skate. So all of a sudden we realized there's this enormous appetite to do certain activities down here on the riverfront. And so we started working toward conceptualizing this miniature golf course with the idea that we would improve the site and that we would get a bunch of people coming down here. And then the third thing we wanted to do is we wanted to support our friends and colleagues at the Delaware Children's Museum. The RDC has played an active role in the management and support of the DCM now for the past year and a half, and we're so very committed to the great work they do. And so, like every other organization, they're always sitting around figuring out how they're raising money. And so we put together a budget that looks, if things work pretty well, that we're going to be able to write them a real nice check at the end of the year as we give them all the net proceeds of this miniature golf course. And then we had a bonus. The bonus is, as you can see, it's really a beautiful, beautiful spot here. And so it almost looks like a park. Our guys have done an unbelievable job. I'm going to introduce them to you, but it's really just we've created a beautiful destination here, and we're very, very proud of it. Before I introduce the governor, I just noticed, you know, I'm in here wearing a tie. I watch him walk in. I'm thinking the only guys wearing ties are me, two bankers, and the Secret Service. So let me introduce a few people before we get going. Our partner, as always, are friends at the city. We've got the Chief Administrative Officer, Cleon Cawley's here. The Director of Public Works, Jeff Starkey. Jeffrey, how are you? Commissioner of L&I, Ray Rhodes. Ray checking up on me, making sure we're doing everything right. And Jeff Flynn's going to say a few words on behalf of the mayor in a moment. And Council Member Hanifa Shabazz. Is anybody else here from Council? No, I thought Theo was coming. So let me introduce. So here's the way this worked. You know, this is a pretty expensive proposition. We had to go out and raise some money from friends and neighbors, and so we sold our golf holes there for $10,000 a pop in order to get this thing to work. And 17 people gave us $10,000 each, and a number of them are here. We're still hunting down number 18. Because number 17 said he won't be 17, he'll be 18. So the 10 is worth 20. I gotta find somebody. So let me introduce the sponsors who are here with us today. From Unique Image, Jason and John Gleaver. Johnny, where are you folks here? And from from our friends at PNC Bank, Nick Marcini, Bruce Coburn, and Sandy Massa. You'll find them at virtually all the things RDC is involved with. They've been great supporters of the RDC for a long, long time. From AAA, another great friends, great Riverfront early residents of the Riverfront. Jim Lardier is here from AAA. Thank you, Jim, for everything you guys do for us. I know Rob Buccini is going to be here, but on Buccini time, he'll be here in 20 minutes. So we value their support always, and we appreciate everything they do for us. Light Action, Scott Humphrey. Scott carried the rink on his back for us this winter, and not enough. He's got to help us here too, and we really appreciate it. From Petnaro, again, we've been, since the very beginning, it's been RDC and Petnaro, and Greg Petnaro's here. Greg, thanks so much for everything you do. I don't know if the rest of your team is here. I didn't see anybody, but there was a great Petnaro group that built this thing for us. And then from Harris Miniature Golf, you know, these things don't happen by themselves. We had to find somebody who does this kind of thing, and sure enough, you know, one of the world's best is right over in Wildwood, New Jersey. So we went over to work with these guys, and we've had a great experience with them. So we have Pat Boylan. Where's Pat? There you go, Pat. Rich Leahy, and the guy who designed its name is Jeremy. Jeremy, or I didn't get your last name, but thanks very much. And so any holes that you can't do right, Jeremy's the guy, you know. And the other thing is, take a look at how beautiful this place is landscaped. It was all done by our friends at Green Dreams, Chris Knoll, and especially hardworking Mike Libby. Thanks so much, guys. And then lastly, my dependable team at the RDC, as I said, Megan, Sarah Luoma, who makes everything we do better, Jamie Sen, who's our new manager of this facility and of the Riverfront Market, and Dan Zier. Thanks, everybody, for being here, and thanks, big hand for all these great Delawareans who do not just this, but so much. You know, I think the greatest thing in the world about Delaware, and we've got some people here, I think they're from Buffalo, the greatest thing about Delaware is you do something like this and the governor shows up. That's how invested we are in our community and the progress we make. And I got in the office today, and I was going in, and here comes this guy on a bike waving to me this morning. I'm like, who the hell is this? And it was our governor just cruising down with the AAA guys for his morning exercise. So, Jack, I'm glad to see you spending as much time as you down here on the riverfront. Ladies and gentlemen, our Governor, Jack Markell.
Well, thank you, Mike. This is awesome. I mean, it really is. And Mike, you are doing and have been doing now for like, how many years have you been doing this?
Almost 20.
Almost 20. I mean, it is incredible. Let's hear it from Mike Purzycki. I mean, just look around this place. It's unbelievable. I have in my office a painting of the riverfront from probably 23 years ago. I mean, it was awful. And this place, there are thousands of people who live here, who work here, who are eating at these restaurants, who came to to go ice skating, who are going to come to this, who go to the art museum, to the children's museum. I mean, it really is astonishing, this change. I was here last night at the Chase Center. It must have taken me 25 minutes because there were so many people doing so many things down here. It's exactly what we want for our city. And it's not just the riverfront. I mean, Lower Market Street, you know, not too long ago was all boarded up. And now it's, you know, every apartment is rented. There are hundreds of millions of dollars of investment going into Wilmington as we speak. There are about 75 units that are actively being, residential units actively being worked on within a couple months. Another 231 units are going to be in development. I mean, just really, really exciting things. And when we think about why we've got this fantastic employer base, I mean, what city of this size can boast to have the biggest and most important banks in the country who are here, including Nick, thank you for your sponsorship, and I see Capital One's a sponsor and others, phenomenal. The best law firms in the country are here. The most important chemistry company in the country is here. It's really phenomenal. We have an arts community that punches so far above its weight, I mean, to have this kind, to have all of these arts. I'm going to be back again tomorrow night at the Delaware Theater Company for a special thing that they've got going for 2 nights. There are just so many amazing things going on here, and I think that what you've done, Mike, with the ice skating and now this is just sort of really building on making sure we get more and more families here. You got all the people who are working here. You got the people who are living here, and now you've got even more reason besides the Children's Museum for families, with young kids to come and enjoy this great opportunity right along. I mean, look at this view. It really it is fantastic. So we have so much to celebrate, so much to be grateful for. We want to keep the momentum going. I'm confident that we will, with leadership of the folks here at the RDC and the fantastic support that they've had from the business community here in Wilmington, including all the folks who have sponsored these holes. So I just really wanted to come by and say how excited I am by what's going on, and I really, in the end, it's only going to be successful if they get customers. So please go home and tell all your friends and your neighbors and everybody else to come on and bring their families down here and play some miniature golf on what is really, it's a beautiful course. So congratulations to everybody who's involved. So thanks for having me down here.
Thanks, Governor. I'm a little nervous because I just saw a picture of Jack 3 years ago, and he had the same amount of hair as I do. It really terrifies me thinking about it. Okay, speaking here on behalf of Mayor Williams is Jeff Flynn, Head of Economic Development for the Office of Economic Development for the City. Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you. Good afternoon to everybody. The mayor's at an event, the Mid-Atlantic Wine Festival, so I decided to come down for the mini golf and the soft serve ice cream. And on behalf of the mayor, I just want to congratulate everybody who was involved in the design and production of this beautiful, it's really like a piece of art here that we have. Mike Purzycki mentioned all the folks from the city who are here today. I'd like to recognize Hugh Lindo from our Office of License and Inspection, who is the chief inspector for the project. And I'm just thrilled that we have another family-oriented activity to add to the riverfront. 6,000 people working down here at the riverfront, about 2,000 people living here, and 750,000 people a year visit here, and now we have another amenity to attract some even more visitors. So enjoy yourselves today, and keep coming down to the riverfront. The city is just poised to grow. The governor mentioned a few residential projects. We've had over 4,000 jobs in our financial sector added over the past 4 years. So lots to be excited about, lots to be enthusiastic about. And thank you again on behalf of the mayor.
Okay, so we're gonna cut the ribbon now. 3,